Cisco acquires Isovalent. Dan, why is Cisco doing this and who the heck is Isovalent?
Yeah, so this came at an interesting time of year, the week of Christmas. But you know what? Sometimes you make acquisitions right into the Christmas or into the holidays, right? The business goes all year long. I, I might make acquisitions heading right into the holidays too. I can't promise, but look, there's cloud security, hybrid fabrics. Cisco is going to play in this space of bringing hybrid multi-cloud fabrics together. One of the things that you and I've talked a lot about, Pat, is that every cloud that you play in requires sort of a different stack. And so while companies have moved to multi-cloud, the ability to do this seamlessly, from compute networking, security, Cisco has an opportunity to win in that area. And what do I mean by that is, look, this is where HPE is playing, this is where Dell is trying to play, and Cisco's trying to play here too, is saying, let's simplify the process. Companies are going to go multi-cloud. Let's simplify the process of enabling them to go multi-cloud by creating a stack that allows you to do the multi-cloud thing with less friction, less complexity. I'll be candid, Pat. Don't know a lot about this company. Did not follow them. Was not tracking them. It appears to be an undisclosed amount, which means it was probably a fairly small deal in size. But they hit some of the what I would call the right words: open source, cloud native, and bringing together networking and security, which, by the way, is something Cisco uniquely has done very, very well, and that's addressing the fact that they are network and security together, which some of the other companies I mentioned have not been as focused on. Now, some of the other words that they talked about beyond open source is mesh, which is another thing. And then, of course, Kubernetes. So, this company apparently, simplifies the connection of Kubernetes clusters across different hybrid multi-cloud environments. So I think in the end, this is a bolt-on. This is what Cisco does very well, is they buy smaller, lesser known, but valuable assets that they can put into their overall ecosystem. And then they have a world-class sales and sales force to sell them and add value to their current customer and client distribution. It also helps the company drive a stronger footprint in cloud and security, which are two areas that Cisco is very focused on. So again, need to pay more attention to how this plays out. It's not probably going to be a big headline gainer because it's not a company that's well known, but Cisco's pedigree is finding these gems, integrating them into the business and expanding their portfolio, which drives to revenue growth.
Yeah, I want to sum this up by saying you had me at hybrid multi-cloud fabric. I mean, those are the Pat Moorhead words, but if you've listened to anything that I've pontificated about over the last decade, it was that cloud was going to mature into a public model and a private model, and there will be services that go across, whether it's on-prem, whether it's on-prem data center, on-prem edge, a sovereign cloud that's on-prem, multiple IaaS and PaaS providers that, the average Fortune 500 company has 2.5. And then every acquisition you might make, you're probably going to end up having 4 or 5 in the end, because the expense to collapse those into, 2 vendors just won't make sense over time. And what enterprises have done is they've stood up separate teams across developer, DevOps, applications, networking, security, kind of like stovepipes. And that's not very scalable. So this advent of hybrid multi-cloud fabrics, which provide a service across all your clouds, takes a lot of work, but we've seen companies like Cisco, like Cloudera, Red Hat is hybrid multi-cloud for an application transport. We've seen VMware do it. as well across transport, application transport, security, and even networking. So, yeah, this is exactly what this is, and it makes perfect sense to me. And I'm glad Cisco is doing it. And this, the hard work now begins to integrate this into their security cloud. Which, by the way, security cloud is actually a security and a networking cloud, which is a hybrid multi-cloud fabric. So, good job, Cisco. This makes a ton of sense, and it's also very in alignment with Cisco's innovation strategy, which goes all the way from seed round. Yeah, they actually have a seed round funding mechanism, which most tech companies don't have. They might start in round A and round B, all the way to organic innovation and creation.